Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 72 of our Let's Play of 13 Sentinels. I want to thank everybody who's been joining me on this journey as we approach it near its end. As we can see, the analysis is starting to pile up. Our remembrances have passed our destruction in terms of percentage, although we've only got 2 battles left according to the map. We've got a little bit left with Renya Goto and then some Takatoshi Hijiyami. Analysis is starting to get pretty filled up as well. And then we've unlocked all the things we can unlock in the mystery archives. Man, this is getting really tall. But yeah, so without further ado though, I feel like we can keep going. So let's go ahead and continue our foyer into remembrances. Last time we started questioning Chihiro Morimura and actually decided that she is the original, or the memories of the original Chihiro Morimura from 2188, even though she's a tiny little girl now. And she shot Chihiro Morimura. Don't forget that. She did. I mean, it didn't happen last time, but we totally are sus on that. Oh, shit's going down.
Confirmed. The terminal is completely sealed off.
We did it.
So this is taking place during battle.
The terminal is just over there.
They're already on the move.
Can't even let us catch our breath, huh?
I haven't hit my operating limit yet, but I'm going to dismount.
Whoa, hey, then who's taking point?
Pull it together. We don't need orders to kick some ass.
Well, this is the first time these two things have interacted. So this is... Renya Goto takes place during battle. Okay. Hell yeah. I've seen this cutscene from the other end of the spectrum.
You can relax, kids. I'm back in the fight.
I won't be long. It's up to you.
Fine then. Let's roll, Yuki-chan.
Chihiro-san.
Well, this is the first time, I don't know how to react to this. We haven't decided, or we don't know why we're working together yet, because we're still pretty sus on each other. I doubt the teamwork would have started.
Chihiro-san.
Look at that sunset. Just like it was back then. It's beautiful. I'm guessing you were monitoring me with a drone?
I have one locked on to you, yes. Their target's changed. They're coming back this way. It's dangerous here. We need to get you to safety.
Aw, don't tell me you're worried about me. How about you mind your own business? You already know how I feel. This is what I wanted.
Still.
What?
More importantly, can you really afford to waste your time here? Or have you already given up? The invasion is still in its preliminary phase.
I've got time. First, I need to get you somewhere safe.
There are no safe places left. At least, none left for us. We're not safe anywhere. But you know that well enough. You're just losing precious
How
time.
did she shift people, though?
Go focus on the job you're supposed to be doing.
So, like, in this mission, in one of the missions where you're Sentinels, you actually get to see
Understood.
her.
I'll
And she
go.
shifts an entire population of people.
You'll find it safer towards the river. If, hypothetically, you wanted to know.
Also, this is where Nenji told Tomi that he loved her. Not that it's a big deal or anything.
As long as we're both here, there's something I want to clear up. So, tell me, You were in love with Miss Morimura, weren't you? You said
Everybody
she
be
was
in love
my
with people.
dad, but it was more about you being jealous, wasn't it?
That's hardly.
This may be our last chance to talk. Answer me.
Why did you shoot Miss Morimura?
You are correct. Is that what you wanted to hear? That I was driven by some cheap, naive impulse? That I can't think about anything else?
And that's why you brought back my memory too, isn't it? You never cared how you managed to do it. You just wanted her back.
So much.
I'm glad. You really were a slave to your desires. That's the Renya Goto I remember. It means I don't have to like you after all. Thank you. I think that's all I wanted to hear.
What the fuck was that about?
You should go. After all, we still have our bet. Although it looks like I'm about to win it.
What the hell? I don't know what's going on. So do we play in battles as Renya in our memories? Who cares if he was in love with her? Everybody's in love with everybody.
What's wrong? Did you get separated from your mommy?
Yeah, this is totally that mission.
Could you leave me alone?
No,
It's dangerous out here.
Miwako is not going to do
Just
that.
go with me, okay?
You're a small child.
Will you just... What are you...
It's the first time Miwako didn't talk about boys. Alright, go hide behind the car.
Don't worry. If you can't find your mommy, I can help you look.
I'll be your mommy.
You
Oh,
just
oh.
have to run away right now, okay? Oh, there you are, Miwako. Asami-chan! I'm so glad you're okay. Jeez, you're so reckless. You shouldn't have come this way.
Kisaragi, that girl is...
I know already. I'll get back to the battle once Miwako's safe. Is someone else here? Of course not. Never mind. The evacuation route's that way. Can I bring her too? Hey! That's fine, just hurry up.
What the fuck was that? This is the first time we've had something take place during the final battle. I don't know how to react to it. I really don't. Ugh. Well, let's just go back in. That was super short. But what the hell? What the hell was that? Alright, so this is before that, I guess. Oh, my admiring that sunset, huh?
Strange. I know this is my first time here, but this suddenly makes me feel so... nostalgic.
Sunsets will do that, I find. Regardless of time period.
Yes, but... this must be... well, I suppose it must be one of those places. So,
What do you mean by that?
where am I going?
I've rented an apartment under a false name.
Can't be any worse than our last accommodations. As long as it's not Rebel, I'll take it.
My apologies. If it's any comfort, I'm certain nobody will find you there. Not Shikishima, and certainly not Miss Morimura.
This is pre-Miss Morimura getting shot.
Ida-san to thank for all this. The funds and paperwork he prepared were invaluable.
Tetsuya
Working with
Ida.
Ida. He's the bad guy.
And he's still missing, is he?
Yes.
That still concerns me.
Let's go.
We're living in the park now.
Chihiro-san.
You think I'm the professor?
That
We'll
is
get
what
to pick
I
up
said.
from here, finally.
You are Professor Chihiro Morimura, a major figure in Shikishima in the year 2188. Namely, the leader of its space initiative.
What are you even talking about?
Just some hypotheticals. A possible interpretation of the evidence I found. This referred to evidence.
Okay, say I am the professor. Remember, Miss Morimura is the one who created me. You think that was her plan? She wanted a host for the professor and not herself? How would that make sense?
Miss Morimura ran an experiment to grant her clone compatibility. She believed that you were synchronized to her.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm still just trying to process everything. I should be doing that out loud. Also, I'm talking to girls. So, probably shouldn't do that while making a video. I'll put the phone down. Professor. Why did you shoot Miss
She believed it was
Morimura?
her own data she transmitted. But it was the other Chihiro Morimura in Sector 0. And of course, you entered the world as a newborn, incapable of verbal communication. So Miss Morimura never realized her mistake.
This is all speculation.
Certainly, yes. But if I'm right, and you are the professor, I imagine you were in quite a panic yourself. All things considered, it was a staggering deviation from the original plan.
What original plan?
Original plan. Oh my god, just let me go over there. Like, I find this menu to be so frustrating, because left and right don't go left and right.
Among the logs from 2188, one of Tetsuya Ida's noted that he'd found an anomaly. Chihiro Morimura was set to undergo a memory transplant in the final phase. And the final phase, well, that would be us.
Us, huh?
The log from the future I saw first. That would be the comms log I found with my own ID. The first log I checked held some surprises. The author seemed to be an elderly Renya Goto. And the date of recording appeared to be 2188. I assumed it was some future version of myself. One that had time traveled into the far future. But now,
But
I don't think that's the case.
you're catching on.
I believe it's the other way around. In other words, I myself am a clone of him.
Uh-oh. Yeah, we're hitting all the buttons.
I don't know where you think you're going with this.
A bit of patience, please. There's a little more context I need
You
to
totally
provide.
know where you totally have a line of thought of where he's going. Otherwise you wouldn't react that way.
Every individual I saw in that log footage, they all created clones of themselves.
Clones. Huh?
I did find a log that proves this point.
What did you see?
A comms log between you and Professor Takamiya. Her field is genetic engineering, I note.
You busted, Chihiro. Busted. all the busted.
Professor Takamiya, how are the projections on those self-replicating probes? The simulations look good.
Professor
Especially in a
Takamiya
survey
is
range.
smoking.
We never expected a rate of expansion that high. It was definitely the right call to prioritize its strength as a group over individual units. These probes are pretty much living machines now. They
What's that
self-replicate
highlighting
using
their
natural
arms?
resources mined from asteroids in their routing. They'll just keep building up and breaking down. An infinite cycle of self-replication on its way to its target.
Except
There's
it's
basically
finite.
zero chance of the tech failing midway through. They'll just keep on going. Probably long after humanity's gone. Glad I came to an expert then. All that's left is the refinement of the memory cube. The infrastructural storage cell, right? The cube's made up of 5 identical memory layers. In theory, it'll compare itself to nearby probes and use them as a template
Now
for
this
repairs.
is for the benefit of the audience,
And
this
if it can't be
conversation.
repaired, well,
It's
fine.
not a
One
conversation
probe
they would
down.
have.
We've got thousands more. And our passengers? I'll be loading them up with the DNA of all the survivors.
Like, I really have enjoyed
I've
the
already got
story of
samples
this
and
game,
data from all 15.
but the forcing information onto the character through dialogue
These clones will go
is
with
probably one
all
of its
our
weakest
hopes on their
points, because
shoulders.
it's just not a believable conversation.
By the way, what do we do about him? I mean, after that DNA test. We do nothing. He doesn't have to know. What can I even say to him? Not much, I guess.
There were 15 survivors of that colony, each with a clone established to be compatible. Though they grew up in different eras, different worlds. And you aimed to replace your clone's memories with your own. That was your real plan. Right now, I imagine your biggest question is precisely how much of that log I've seen. Am I close? You do have a genius mind, but also the form of a child. I imagine it's harder than usual to hide your agitation.
Is it true?
Absolutely not. Now you're just trying to trick me?
I think you've been nailed.
I'd say, based on that log, Professors Takamiya and Morimura seem to know each other quite well. Maybe you know something about that.
Of course not.
Then perhaps instead, Tsukasa Okino? Being compatible, that makes one part of his identity clear. He's one of the 15 from the year 2188. So, any theories? Who was he in the year 2188?
He was Tsukasa Okino. That's all. Are we getting to find out who everybody was? This would be cool.
Care to guess?
Stop it.
No? Then allow me to clarify. That boy, Tsukasa Okino, is Professor Chihiro Morimura's son.
Oh,
But
wow!
not a child
I called
by
that a couple
personal
episodes.
Conventional birth. The professor donated her egg cells as a young woman, in accordance with the policies on population control.
I did see the family resemblance a couple episodes ago, actually. So, yeah. Hell yeah.
Their blood relation wasn't exactly obvious,
Yeah, it was. That's
until
how I called
DNA
it.
testing on the clone revealed it. The professor was faced with the truth. He was her son, which naturally sparked an inconvenient surge of maternal instinct. However, Okino himself didn't think highly of the professor. He had his disagreements with the project staff, too. When it seemed like her end was near, the professor recorded him one final message. One last chance for him to know the truth.
Stop! You saw that? But how? You'd need a biometric ID match to access that log. So you should only have been able to access your own. My logs and Okino's should have been locked off.
Thank you, Professor Morimura.
Caught her.
Indeed, the files I could access were somewhat limited. Mostly company logs. Meeting reports, call transcripts, bureaucratic chaff. Barely anything in the way of your personal records.
Then, how do you know what was in my logs?
It's simple, really.
It's simple, really. I'm Sherlock fucking Holmes, apparently.
That should do it for preparations.
Oh, this is what we were doing earlier.
Now, let's see if the biometric authentication works.
So this is tied to what we were doing earlier.
Did it go through?
Can't fast forward and past it.
Looks like that got me past the initial barrier. Now, with Miss...
Oh! Jesus fuck, Renya Goat! What the fuck? Renya! Oh my god!
Maybe, if I check Miss Morimura's logs, I might find a clue why your biometric ID matches hers.
Oh yeah, he did. Never mind, he didn't kidnap her. He carried her back in a previous cutscene. Yuri Fuyusaka. That was enough to get through.
It really is her ID.
Yuri Fuyusaka?
Though unconscious, she proved very helpful. She is Chihiro Morimura, a compatible version. If you really are Miss Morimura, then you should already know who Iori Fuyusaka is. Because that would mean you hid her here in Sector 4. The plan was for the two newborns to grow up with their own separate lives. Ida-san's idea, presumably. Chihiro Morimura was planned to be placed in 2104, and Tetsuya Ida in 2024, yet neither could be found.
Okay, so a whole lot of reveal is just what Renya Goto is.
I knew Renya Goto of Shikishima pretty well. You and he are very different. Except that you both make my life a lot harder. So, suppose I am the professor. Then what?
Why did you
I
kill
want to know the
Chihiro?
truth. I want to know the reasons behind all of this. But that seems unlikely. I imagine you're not inclined to tell me anything.
And why's that?
It'd be inconvenient for you if we had all the facts. Considering you're trying to eliminate us. From the very beginning, you never intended for this world to survive.
What? Why? Why? Why though? Why would they not have intended that? All right, Sherlock. Luckily, we're way past that.
Oh?
So keep going. We unlocked this? Nope. Nope, we haven't. Alright, well, we have to keep going. Anyway, everyone, thank you for watching. Stay safe and have a wonderful night or day.